Okay, so the Switch 2 Nintendo Direct just wrapped up. I took a bunch of notes. This thing was an hour long, man. I'm going to recap everything. I mean, this is the best Direct ever, just straight up. But there's a lot of information. There's still a lot of stuff that we don't know. But there's a lot of cool stuff. They started off I'm just going through this real quick, man. A lot of craziness, dude. They started off with Mario Kart World. Man, free roam. There's more characters. Characters like there's the freaking cows that were in some of the stages before. Just ridiculous characters, man. It's a launch day game. They're gonna have a direct on April 17th about Mario Kart. There's more costumes, all sorts of stuff, right? And then they start talking about the Joy Cons, the C button. It's for game chat. I thought this was neat, but then at the same time, it's like, okay, we finally get some chat action with the actual Switch. So game chat, you can chat with your friends. I'm supposing that's the way it seems while playing different games. However, right, and you can use this camera. They have this Switch 2 camera that's going to launch on the same day. We do have the launch date, which is June 5th. June 5th, right around the corner. It's freaking nuts, dude. So the C button, game chat, Switch 2 camera coming out same day. It's like an iToy. It kind of reminds me of that because some games can utilize this to like impose you in the game and you can like like actually manipulate things and like Mario Party and stuff like that. It's interesting, but it seems kind of weird. I don't know, but game chat. You can impose your face into the game chat. You can talk to your friends, stuff like that. Have the game screens on the bottom of the screen. Change the size of your screen. It's cool. It's a neat feature. Okay, so there's also they talked about game share, sharing games with one game, right? And this is with Switch 1 and Switch 2. So the first game they talked about that's going to have this is Clubhouse Games is going to get an update from the Switch 1. So just like boom, you can share the game like across systems instead of having multiple cartridges. Okay, sweet. Then they talk more about the specifications of the system. Like I said, just rapid fire. We're going through this. 7.9-inch screen, same thickness as the original Switch, double the pixels, 1080p screen, 120 FPS, HDR. Everything about the Joy-Cons are bigger, which I like because I hated the original Joy-Cons. Each Joy-Con can be used as a mouse, and they went through that mouse stuff a lot. There's even games that just specifically use the Joy-Con as a mouse. There's one game in particular we'll get to in a moment. Built-in mic for game chat, noise canceling. You got 3D audio with the Switch 2. That new better stand that is really adjustable, which is nice. The two USB ports, which we were kind of wondering, okay, that's cool. It makes more sense now. The two USB ports. You could put that Switch 2 camera, plug it into the top. Or if you got it like on tabletop mode, you could be charging from the top. It's an improvement that makes sense. That is cool. 256 gigabytes built-in storage, so 8 times more than the original Switch. 4K resolution for compatible games with the dock, and the dock has a fan. Nice. They said it's not just an improved Switch, which I'm gonna argue that it does seem, looking at these games that they showed, it does seem more to me that it is just an improved Switch. But I'm not hating on that. That's what I wanted. I'm fine with that. It is an improved Switch. That's okay. That's okay. That's they wanted to hit that home. It's not just an improved Switch. It is an improved Switch, and that's fine. That's okay. Thumbs up on that. So they start talking about what do they talk about? I'm reading my notes as I'm talking about this. Oh, a new game, which is kind of stupid. It reminded me of that PlayStation game that you go through to look at all the stuff about the PS5. It's the Welcome Tour, Switch 2 Welcome Tour, where you can go through and it tells you all the secrets of how the Switch 2 works. And it's like a paid digital game. I was thinking when they were showing this, it was going to be a game that was included with the Switch 2 for free. No, you got to buy it. It better be like $1, dude. Like that shit should have been included, man, to be honest. Like it doesn't seem like it's a real game. It just seems like something to hype you up about how everything works. But okay, whatever, man. Then they talked about the game cards. They're the same shape, but now they're red. Now they're red. And then the micro SD cards. You cannot use your old micro SD cards. You have to use micro SD card Express, which I have a couple of them. I'll actually give one away. I'll give one away. Follow me on Twitter or X. When I promote this video, retweet it and comment on that tweet or that X, whatever you call it. I will give one away. I have a 256 gigabyte one to give away. I bought a couple of them. They were on sale a couple weeks back, and I knew they were going to work for the Switch 2. I will give one away. So, yeah, giveaway on X. Sorry, I can't do it on YouTube. It never works out right. Retweet, comment on the post where I'm promoting this video, and I'll give it away. So, yeah, SD card Express. We have new Pro controller with C buttons and a GL and GR button back buttons. So that's cool, like customizable. Audio jack underneath in the butt of the controller, like, PS5 controller type thing. And that's when, after that, that's when they talked about the launch date, June 5th. We don't have, I haven't seen anything with pre-orders yet. I'm going to keep an eye out for that. We'll have to see. I'm sure pre-orders will be going live soon because there was some comments about GameStop's trade-ins and stuff, $175 for your Switch OLED and whatnot. The Switch 2 plays all your Switch games. I mean, people may want to be ditching their Switches. I don't know. I'm probably not going to. I don't know. We'll have to see. So what else did we have? Switch 2 edition games with upgrade packs, right? So games getting upgrades. Like they talked about Mario Party, Jamboree and whatnot, having mouse controls, audio recognition, and using the camera. And you have to buy an upgrade to do all that with the Switch 2. And then they were talking about like the Zelda games, Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, having upgrades for the Switch 2 as well. Enhanced resolution, frame rates, HDR, that Zelda Notes app that you can use in conjunction with the game. And then they also talked about Kirby's Forgotten Land that has an extra story and enhanced visuals. Metroid Prime 4, there's going to be the Switch 1 and Switch 2 version. And Metroid Prime 4, the Switch 2 is going to have mouse controls, and it's going to be 4K 60 FPS in quality mode or 1080p 120 FPS in performance mode. So you're going to have options. Now, those earlier games that I mentioned, like Zelda, stuff like that, those Switch 1 games that have enhancements for the Switch 2, you have to pay for those. Those aren't automatic. You got to buy them from the way it looks and the way they presented it. Also, Pokemon ZA, there's going to be a Switch 2 edition and a Switch 1 edition. Switch 2 is going to have an enhanced resolution and frame rates, right? Oh, the next thing, the mouse game that I talked about, is called Dragon Drive. It's like you're wheelchair bound. It's a basketball game, and each hand and wheel is controlled by a Joy-Con. It looked neat, but I don't know. I mean, how are you going to play that? Like, because they showed him like doing all this, like on a surface. I don't know. And then like shooting. I mean, there's going to be stuff like that. Next was third parties. They went through third parties a couple times, but there's a lot of stuff. Elden Ring, Tarnished Edition, Hades 2, Street Fighter 6 with actual amiibos. Daemon X Machina, Split Fiction, EA Sports got stuff, Hogwarts Legacy Enhanced, Tony Hawk 3 and 4, and they showed like a SpongeBob stage or like, area in that. Like, okay, Hitman World of Assassination, and then they teased like a new 007 game. Bravely Default Flying Fairy HD Remastered coming out launch day. Yakuza 0 Director's Cut. And then they talked about Koei Tecmo and Nintendo's new game, which I knew instantly when they said that, Hyrule Warriors. So yeah, Hyrule Warriors, Age of Imprisonment, which is a story leading into Tears of the Kingdom, and it's coming winter this year for Switch 2. Now, the next thing, which tickled it for me, for a couple reasons, Switch Online expansion pack. We already knew like everything was going to kind of transfer over, but with the expansion pack, there's a new benefit. GameCube, yes, finally, right, is coming to the Switch 2. Only to the Switch 2, apparently, not to the Switch 1. Switch 2 launches same day as the Switch 2. And there's going to be a GameCube controller coming to the Switch, store that only Switch Online expansion pack members can buy. So that looks neat, and it's going to have the game chat button on it and everything. And the first games that are coming to the service is going to be Zelda Wind Waker, Soul Calibur 2, and F-Zero GX. And F-Zero GX and other games that are going to have like multiplayer within them, but F-Zero GX, they specifically showed it does have online multiplayer support. That's what I see the value in this service with the expansion pack and stuff like that with these retro games. So that's cool. And they did state that these games are going to have higher resolution than the original release. And there's going to be more titles coming. They kind of teased that. Luigi's Mansion, Mario Sunshine, Fire Emblem, stuff like that. Then they also teased some more games from third parties. Deltarune Chapter 3 and 4. I know my daughter and kids been talking about that one. Switch 2 launch day, so that's going to be a big one for a lot of people. Borderlands 4, I don't know about that. I'm kind of burned out on Borderlands, but maybe you're excited for it. I don't know. Civilization 7. Launch day with mouse controls, and then there's an update, I guess, or upgrade for the Switch 1 version. And then at that time, the stream froze, and it was across the board. It wasn't just me, it was everybody. You could see that on social media and the chat. The stream froze, so I didn't get footage of all this stuff at this point, but I could hear some of it. Cyberpunk 2077 coming, Final Fantasy VII Remake coming. But I couldn't see it because the damn stream froze. Redonkulous. And then they showed like a montage of all these games. Now they showed the last game from their partners, which kind of shocked me a bit, From Software. And this is an exclusive for the Switch 2 in 2026. From Software. Weren't they just recently talking about like PlayStation buying them or something? But I don't think that happened, but the Duskbloods, I believe is what it was called. And that game looked sick, dude. Like, I mean, none of these games look like PlayStation 5 graphics, Xbox Series X graphics. They looked way beyond Switch 1 graphics, but I mean, so that's why I'm kind of like, I don't care graphics-wise. Like, as long as these games play fine, and they're definitely, beyond what the Switch 1 was. But the game did look impressive. But it does kind of make me feel like this is more of like, it is an upgraded Switch 1. But that's fine. That's fine. I'm not knocking it. So that game looked really cool. I'm looking forward to that one, man. And then they showed the sequel to Kirby Air Ride. The Air Riders was one of the last games. But the final game, which kind of shocked me. It really shocked me. A Nintendo game. Obviously, they have to have the final thing be a Nintendo game. I thought it was going to be like a Mario game at first, but it wasn't. This shocked me. Donkey Kong with his newer look, with his pants. He's got pants, dude. And there was even a Donkey Kong Country style like side-scrolling level. It's a 3D platforming game that was like fast, action-packed, dude. Donkey Kong Bonanza, and it's coming out 7/17/2025. Like, right around the corner. That's freaking dope, dude. Like, that game looks sick. I'm looking forward to that one. I was like, man, there's no, like, okay, we were talking about the Donkey Kong and Mario Kart when they first showed that a while back. We're getting a new Donkey Kong game. That's cool. So then hardware options was the final thing they showed just real quick. It was just like, okay, here's a bundle with Mario Kart and without. Mario Kart's digital, and that's it. Or you get the bundle with no game. That's it. They didn't say any pricing. They just said more information coming soon. So there you go. Very exciting stuff. It was an hour long. I hope I recapped everything that was important. I took all these notes. I was excited. A lot of cool stuff. Right around the corner. Hopefully this anti-scalper thing, they've got enough of these produced for people. I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm looking forward to it. They had a lot of cool games showcased. Not a lot of first-party stuff, though. Like, a lot of first-party stuff that was, like, from the previous gen, and then stuff we already knew about for Switch 1 that was like, okay, it's getting a Switch 2 version. So, yeah, we'll have to wait and see on that. But that Mario Kart looks awesome. Donkey Kong looks awesome. So, I mean, that'll hold me over for a while, right? I'm cool with that. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching. Bye.